Hello and welcome to today's video on the difference between a skilled worker visa and self-sponsorship process. So technically both routes involve applying for a skilled worker visa. However, they cater to different audiences. The skilled worker visa is for individuals seeking employment in the UK, while self-sponsorship is designed for those aspiring to run their own business in the UK. Before we dwell into today's topic, a quick intro. I am Yash Dubal, Managing Director at eventual Solicitors. We are an SRA regulated legal 500 firm with over a decade in UK immigration, winning multiple awards, serving 4,000 plus clients and having 1,200 positive reviews. We are here to help you. So what's the difference? Number one is registering a company. Under normal skilled worker visa route, while you apply, it's expected you have a UK based employer who is offering you a job role with a sponsorship. Where under self-sponsorship route, first you are setting up a company. That's number one. If you don't have one, then get a sponsor license, step 2, and then get a sponsorship using your own company to sponsor your skilled worker visa. It's possible to register a UK company even if you are based overseas, but you might require a UK based representative who can act as a director duties if you cannot fill them yourself. You must have relevant experience, skill or qualification for the business you wish to operate in. You should have sufficient funds to set up the business and acquire relevant document to apply for sponsor license. The number 2 is the difference of acquiring a sponsor license. While applying for a skilled worker visa, it's expected the employer who is offering you the job has a sponsor license, but under self-sponsorship route, you will have to set up the company first, and then if you don't have, you just apply for a sponsor license for your own company. You will have to provide the 4 supporting documents and draft an information letter, provide an organization chart, and complete the form to apply for sponsor license. So that's the process of getting sponsor license, and this step also requires a person who is settled in the UK, should be a settled or British citizenship, so that they can perform a role of a level 1 user. The business must have a business plan and must have a genuine position within the business to get a sponsorship license and then apply for a skilled worker visa. The number 3 is difference of sponsoring yourself. While applying for a skilled worker visa, your potential employer would have offered you the sponsorship by assigning a certificate of sponsorship. But under the self-sponsorship, the level 1 user will then request and assign a certificate of sponsorship to you to work for your own company. You will then apply for a skilled worker visa, whether it's a skilled worker route or self-sponsorship route. You must pass minimum requirement of salary threshold and English language requirement and a TB test if you are moving from a listed country. The number 4 point is a difference of controlling your future, and this is very important one. Your future is dependent on your employer and sponsorship from them under the normal skilled worker route. Under self-sponsorship, you don't have to find a company with a vacancy. It will be your own company with a genuine job role, genuine vacancy. Unlike normal skilled worker visa, you don't have to worry about sponsorship being cancelled, and you can sponsor, because you are sponsoring yourself, you can sponsor yourself up to maximum of 5 years, and then after you can apply for ILR straight. The 5th and final, I would say, is difference of convenience. Self-sponsorship is easier for entrepreneurs who are planning to move to the UK and set up a business, as they can also get a visa through this process and therefore kill 2 birds with 1 stone. However, in general, it's a longer process, as the applicant must set up a company first and then acquire a sponsor license. It's also more expensive, as not only will the applicant have to pay to set up a company but to acquire sponsor license, but they also have to pay the associate cost of the visa application fees. So in conclusion, there are several differences between acquiring a skilled worker visa and going through a self-sponsorship process. As I said earlier, they cater to 2 different audiences. Skilled worker visa is better suitable for individuals seeking employment, while self-sponsorship is designed for those aspiring to run their own business in the UK. What route would you choose? Drop your choice in the comment section below. At eventual Solicitors, we specialized in both skilled worker visa and self-sponsorship route. And if you need help, contact us. Just complete a short inquiry form now that you will find in the description section below. And thank you very much for watching.